Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to the NASCAR Thunder 2003. And, well, it's time for the Pepsi 400, halfway through the Winston Cup circuit. And, well, the last race, if you haven't checked it out, was an absolute barn burner. The second race of the three-race wildcard stretch. It was just a crazy finish between me and Kurt Busch at the line. Or, not really at the line, but just beating and banging through the infield. It was a great finish, and the reason why it was so important for us to win it, not only did we gain points on the points leader, but we jumped 4 spots in the standings. I mean, wow. We were over 300 points out. We won the race. I think we only led like 1 lap, and guess what? We're only 225 points out. That finish right there, if we win the Winston Cup Championship, will be the most important event of the entire season. And for Gordon, Dale Jarrett, Sterling Marlin, tough breaks. And now your new Winston Cup points leader is going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. With Jarrett in second. So, hey, everybody's getting a chance. Rusty Wallace had a great finish there. Could he possibly be a late charger for the championship? Our upcoming schedule here, we got the Martinsville 500. That's going to be coming up. We got Rockingham. Going to be a nighttime race. That'll be a lot of fun. And then the MBNA Platinum 400 at Dover. So we got some cool stuff coming. We're going to run the same paint scheme we ran in the road course variants. It's a doubleheader weekend, so let's go. Alrighty, folks, so we qualified 21st for the Pepsi 400. Not sure who's on the pole, but man, that qualifying lap, I felt like it should have been at least top 10. No, we got some very steep competition here. Each season you do, the AI get a little bit faster. That definitely is the case, because this car was flying around the track. Without further ado, let's go and kick it off.
Tonight, it's super speedway action under the lights. MRN is live at the Daytona International Speedway this evening with flag-to-flag coverage of the Pepsi 400. This track is known by everyone, race fan or not. But for these race teams, it's a glory all its own when you can get a win here.
Well, you're right. To have your name mentioned as a former winner here at Daytona puts you on a list with some drivers that these guys have admired since they were kids.
Michael Waltrip won the 2001 Daytona 500, his first career win in his 463rd start.
He was pushed to the finish line by Dale Jr. in that race, and he repaid the favor later that year, helping Jr. win his first race at Daytona in the Pepsi 400.
Jeff Burton is in the top 5 in points so far this season.
He just needs to keep digging like he has been. Sometimes when drivers reach the top 5 in points, they start to push themselves too hard on race day and wind up losing spots instead. I'm sure he doesn't want that.
Something a little out of the ordinary in this one for Jeff Green.
Yeah, he was due for one of these bad starts, though. Nobody can start up front all year. You're going to have a bad qualifying run now and then.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Alrighty, folks, here we go. Tony Stewart in the Pontiac Grand Prix on pole, but check out that Kevin Harvick rookie paint scheme. You know, this gameplay, it takes place in the year 2010. But that paint scheme, of course, so popular from 2001, getting his first career victory at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So it's a cool throwback, and it has a little patriotic vibe to it because of the white and the red. But anyways, we're starting mid-pack 21st. It's going to be so key to be extremely aggressive right off the start. We're going to have to find a way to get into the first half of the pack. And by first half, I mean like the top 4 cars, because everybody else is going to get left in the dust. Now, we're going to be slow initially, right? This is how the gear ratios work. You sacrifice speed in the low end, and you gain it back in the top end. That's how you get speed at Daytona and Talladega. Oh boy, Kurt Busch. All right, look at that. Mark Martin's behind us. Kurt Busch is ahead of us. I'm just scared one of these guys are going to wreck right in front of me, man, because I've seen it where the AI will just get really loose, and then everybody slows up. Stay in your lane, Wimmer. I can already feel the speed of this car. So what's going to happen is the packs are going to split into probably 2 or 3 cornucopias here. You're going to have probably a 7 to 8 car breakaway, a 21 car pack, and you might see some stragglers at the tail end, because generally they'll bump one another and they'll break it into two. So if you're not in that top 10 in a couple laps, your chances of winning this race are almost zero without a caution, because they're going to pit together, they're going to come out together, and they're going to just run away with this race. So for us, we have to go. Take every single chance you have. This car is screaming, yo. And Greg Biffle's been running a lot better. He had a great run going to Daytona before he, or I say Daytona, but the road course on Thursday. Oh, Terry Labonte almost causing the big one there. That was a spotter telling him clear on the inside. Get around Rusty here. He had a great run at the road course as well. We won it, man. We needed it. We realistically have a chance of the championship. Only 215 out with like what? Almost 20 races left. On average, we just need to get like 15 points a race. Like if you really think about that, that's pretty doable. But you can already see the packs are starting to split. This is why I said from the drop of the green, you have to just go. You cannot wait around. You have to go or you will not have a chance at winning this race. And you can already see about a 6-car gap. I'm so sorry, Ward Burton. Try some pitch strategy, get your track position back. But you can already see if the packs are starting to separate. If we do not go right now, our chances of winning are over. Come on. I am pressing the button as hard as I can. And they're not even running a tight and condensed pack. They're all over the place. I mean, look at that. They're 2 abreast. You figured they would be lined up trying to get a run on each other. But no, they're just lollygagging. See if we can try to get a toe off Benson. I tell you what, Alex Bowman's Valvoline car should look like that for this throwback instead of what he ran in 2022. Or at least Kyle Larson should run a paint scheme like that. That'd be really cool. One or the other. I mean, we're in the top 10 right now. And there's only like 14 cars that realistically have a shot at this race. Barring a caution. Because the pit strategy is what's going to change everything. Don't be surprised they start pitting now. I mean, you can already see the pack ahead of us is already broken. I mean, they're going fast. I gotta find a way to push this fantasy car all the way up there. I wish I had Jared out front of this pack because I know darn well he's got a good engine. I'm gonna have to let him go. I'm gonna have to slow down and let Jarrett go and push him because I can't push that 101 car. He's not fast enough. And then once the pit cycle starts, everything is just going to get thrown in a blender. And there we go. Johnny Benson, first guy on pit road. All right, so what we're going to do here, we're going to try to take Dale Jarrett from this pack and push him. Go to the inside. And Rusty's going to hold there. I remember we pushed Ricky Rudd. Or no, Ricky Rudd pushed us to the victory in the first season, I think it was, in the Pepsi 400. It was either the first or second season as we touched the wall. But Ricky Rudd actually pushed us to the finish. It was so cool. Usually you have to push the AI. No, Rudd actually pushed us. It was so cool. So right now, our chances of winning this race are very slim. If Jarrett pits, we're screwed because I know he's got that Yates horsepower. This 101 car needs to go take a hike. Like, good grief. He's slowing up this entire pack. I'm about to go bump him and knock him out of the way. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This 101 car is the reason why the packs got split. And Jarrett won't get around them. And now we got cars blending. I'm full throttle. Screw it. Rusty's going to have to lift. I'm not lifting. Kyle Petty in tow. See if they'll stick around in the pack. Jarrett trying. I mean, look. This 101 car. I don't know who. I don't know how much they're paying the Yates camp, but they must be paying him a Brinks truck because this guy is slowing Jarrett down so badly. I can't shake him. I ran 190 in qualifying, and I'm running 185, 186. That was by myself. All right, new plan. We're gonna tap the 101 car. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna tap the 101 car if I can, and get rid of them. Not dump them, but I'm just gonna knock them loose a little bit, and get them to the back of the pack. Cause oh no, or we could just wreck. Car got really tight there with that arrow. All right. That's what we're gonna do. Tap. Or we could just lose our entire draft. That works too. Oh, then of course the guy ahead of us blows up. That's even better. That's gonna be Bobby Hamilton. No, that's Ricky Rudd. Well, that just went bad to worse. Well. Oh, that was fun. How y'all doing out there, guys? We're on an island by ourselves, and man, I can't tell you, we need a caution in the worst way. It's a 4-lap shorter race than the 500. The only hope we have is we're going to have to take 2 tires and try to bridge the gap. All right, they're coming in. We're going to have to pit here and just hope and pray. All right, we're going to have to just hope and pray we get the best pit stop in our life, because guess what? We're not even taking tires. I'm not taking no tires. I couldn't give a rat's hind end. Let's see. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think 5/10 is worth the gamble. But you know what? We're going to do it. Actually, no. We need full tank. We're running 9 laps. I just feel like we need that full tank, because we're going to probably have to... We were drafting a lot there. We probably saved more gas than I initially would believe. I'd rather just pack it full of fuel and call it a day. Oh boy. Knock on wood and hope to God we get a good pit stop here. How y'all doing out there? Feel free to comment down below. Maybe give the video a thumbs up. Tell your friends, whatever it may be. Great pit stop, 10.1. And we know Marlin's got some speed. If we can catch back up to him. I have no idea where we're going to cycle out, guys. I have no idea. I wouldn't be surprised Marlin drives off by himself and wins this race. I would not be surprised in the slightest. Now, I plan on letting the 31 ahead of me, but I got to get up to full song first. Because I think we have a pack coming. I'm not sure, but I think we have a pack coming. So if that's the case, maybe we can jump on board it. I don't know. We do have some cats on pit road. I'm assuming everyone's taking 4 tires. I took no tires. So if our tires blow out and we go in the infield, well, you know, Dynaco's ours. I don't know. Oh boy. It's going to get interesting. So Kurt Busch is off pit road there. Sterling Marlin is the leader, I think, to be. Based on how everything's cycling out. Who knows? We're pretty much running qualifying laps now on used tires. And keep in mind, this is old Daytona. This current asphalt that we're racing on, you know, based in the year 2002, this asphalt, I think, was laid down in 1979, so it's seen a lot of wear, and, you know, 20, 30-some years is a lot for asphalt, but it's even more for previous generations pavement, because they, as time goes on, they make more stronger and durable mixtures and whatnot. And you see how I was saying we were only running like 186 behind that 101 car? We just clocked like 192 with no draft by ourselves. That's how slow that 101 car was. He was literally the death sentence for that entire pack. I mean, we literally could have hooked him left, and that would have been the best case scenario. 197 with draft, and we were running 186 with draft. All right, here we go. The closing laps of the Pepsi 400. The players are Sterling Marlin, Jeff Burton, Tony Stewart, Dale Earnhardt Jr., your new Winston Cup points leader. We've caught up to Sterling Marlin. We're in position to win this race. All right. So what I want to do here is I want to ride behind Earnhardt a little bit. Or do we just pass him? What do I want to do here? I don't know. I just don't want to screw up and lose the draft. If we can make the move now, I'll do it. Oh, not enough speed. Let me back it down a little bit. Because I'd like to lead a couple laps. But Marlin's kind of blocked that run there. Come on, come on. I mean, we're in position. Even if there's a caution, I think we would still get a one-lap restart. But after we get to the stripe, the next flag will end the race. I know we're faster than this 40 car. I mean, we ran him down by a mile. All right. Come on, come on. So we can get underneath Earnhardt here. We have the run. 3-car breakaway. For the Pepsi 400, Marlin's going to go with us and push us by. 3 manufacturers battling here. Wouldn't that be something to win the road course Daytona race earlier this week and then to win the Pepsi 400 in the same weekend? That would be the perfect scenario. I don't think we'll get the most laps led bonus if we win it and lead it through, because I think whoever was out front should have led at least 4 or 5 laps. But right now we're out front, and man, Sterling Marlin just can't keep up. Hey, look at this. He's slowing Dale down now. Poor Junior. He's got to get around him. I mean, we're running 193 by ourselves. Now, if there was a pack of cars behind him, they would be right on our back end. But with 2 cars, I mean, there's just no way you can get a run on somebody if they're not working together. And that 40 car clearly is this, they don't have the right car today. I mean, Dale's trying to get by him, but he just can't. Lap 15 at 16 here, coming to the white. What a weekend it'll be for the Burton camp. If we can get this one done. We were over 300 points out after winning the Daytona road course. We're about 215 out. Now, obviously, Dale Jr. is the points leader, so it really doesn't matter because he's only going to lose like 5 points if we win it. But the huge news is we might jump from 9th in points to possibly inside the top 7, maybe even the top 6. Who knows? And with Martinsville coming up next, anything goes at the short tracks, guys. Y'all know that, so it's going to be a barn burner. This might be the saving grace for this 99 camp to get back into Winston Cup champion form. And what a win and a weekend it'll be. Jeff Burton coming off turn 4. A little bit of strategy. It's going to pay off. And win the Pepsi 400. Huge win. Huge win, guys. Wow. Whew. What a win. If we would have took 4 tires there, we probably would have finished 9th. Maybe even worse, because as you can see, there was a couple cars in this race that were undraftable. That 101 car that was ahead of Jarrett for the longest was undraftable. I mean, we clocked 185 maximum behind them. We did 193 by ourselves. I just noticed it says Kawasaki on the deck lid of this car. That's actually really cool. I mean, think about that for a second. And then you see how Marlin completely, let's just be honest, didn't give Dale Jr. really a chance. If Marlin would have pushed Dale, they both would have had a chance. But, you know, as they say, there's certain horses for certain courses. And in this case, the 40 was definitely a pusher, and they couldn't get working together. Maybe it's manufacturer alliances that go against that. But, hey, the Roushketeers will take it. I love doing burnouts like this. It reminds me of like Kyle Busch. You'll pull up to the wall and just red that engine. Just burn it down. I love that. That is so cool.
The yellow flag didn't fly at all in this one.
Well, that's good news.
What a huge win for the Burton camp. And I mean, this is the momentum. I mean, realistically, we're probably going to be like 210 points out. Dale did lead a couple laps, so he's going to get those 5 bonus points. For the newer fan out there, if you lead laps in the Winston Cup or Nextel Cup era, you did get bonus points, which is like 5 points. So, and people think that like, oh, that's a crap load of points for just leading a lap. The maximum amount of points you could lead in Winston Cup or Nextel was like, or you can get is like 156 is the amount you can gain on somebody. The amount you can earn is like 190. Like finishing dead last just gives you like 34 points. Nowadays it's based on position, so you know if you finish 40th, you might get 1 point. If you finish first, you get 40 points. X, Y, and Z. Wow. And check out that running order. Great night for the RCR camp. Check this out. Kevin Harvick might be like the hottest driver in Winston Cup racing. 3 straight top 5s for a guy who has been mediocre most of this playthrough. He's not the Harvick that you would know. In this playthrough, he has been trash, bro. I don't even think he has more than 4 wins in like, what, 9 seasons? 3 straight top 5 finishes for Kevin Harvick. Unbelievable job by the 29. Robbie Gordon. You don't think of Robbie Gordon being a plate guy, but hey, that RCR camp, they packed some bullets, yo. Another great run for Wallace. Mayfield, top 10 run. Even Labonte getting a 13th run. That's pretty darn good. Check this out. Check this out. You got Carl Edwards' bootleg cousin, the 101 car. 17th. That car was slow, y'all. Another bad night for Jeff Gordon. Continue to look through the running order. It's amazing how Craven went through the catch fence in the infield race a couple days ago when he finishes 26 in the 400. Not bad. And we look through here, and it could be Ricky Rowe with that engine failure. But hey, that's what happens. If you want to win these races, you got to push the engine. But for Jeff Gordon, a huge hit in the points. A great night for Dale, and a great night for Sterling Marlin. Even Tony Stewart, he's creeping up in the points, and Rusty is too. So, hey, we'll take it. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. If you can, please give it a huge thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And for all your NASCAR Diecast shopping needs, hats, t-shirts, you name it, feel free to check out that promo code down below. Use code DIECASTbuffet at checkout at Circle B Diecast for any orders, $30 or more. Feel free to check it out. That's all for now. Diecast Buffet. Signing off.